Hello viewers, welcome to Study Hour. In today's video, you will get to know about National Education Policy 2020. Aim of National Education Policy 2020 is to create an education system which is deeply rooted in Indian ethos and can rebuild India as a global knowledge superpower by providing high quality education to all. The world is undergoing rapid change in knowledge landscape, with various dramatic scientific and technological advances such as rise of big data, machine learning and artificial intelligence. Many unskilled jobs worldwide may be taken over by machines, while the need for skilled workforce, particularly involving mathematics, computer science and data science with multidisciplinary abilities across the sciences, social sciences and humanities will be increasingly in greater demand. So, let's start the video and see how the major changes in National Education Policy 2020 can transform India. Firstly, let me give you a small introduction about the National Education Policy. The Global Education Development Agenda, reflected in Goal 4 of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, was adopted by India in 2015, which seeks to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all by 2030. So, to fulfill such a goal will require an entire education system to be reconfigured to support and foster learning so that all the critical targets and goals of 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development can be achieved. This is the third education policy after 34 years. The first education policy came in 1968 under Indira Gandhi government and second under Rajiv Gandhi government in 1986. The last milestone development in the education sector was the Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009. This National Education Policy 2020 has been formulated after unprecedented process of consultations involving nearly 2 lakh suggestions, which include late Shri T.S.R. Subramaniam Committee's recommendation and also K. Kasturi Rangan Committee for the draft National Education Policy. The draft National Education Policy was submitted in December 2018, which was made public and opened for feedback after the Lok Sabha election in May 2019. Here are some of the important highlights of the National Education Policy. First, the public spending on education will be raised to 6% of the GDP. The current public expenditure on education in India has been around 4.43% of the GDP. Second is Ministry of Human Resource Development will be renamed as Ministry of Education. Third is the Centre will also set up a Gender Inclusion Fund to build the country's capacity to provide equitable, quality education to all girls and transgender students. Then fourth is regions such as aspirational districts which have large number of students facing economic, social or caste barriers will be designated as special educational zones. National Scholarship Portal will be expanded to support and foster the progress of students receiving the scholarship. Meritorious students belonging to scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC and other socially and economically disadvantaged groups will be given incentives. Now the biggest change that is introduced under new National Education Policy 2020 is from 10+2 system of education to 5+3+3+4 system of education. We all have been to 10+2 system of education, in which 10 includes class 1 to class 10th and 2 is class 11 and 12. In class 1 to 10, the students are needed to study all the subjects including science, social science, mathematics, language, etc. But after 10th class, students have to choose one of the stream, either science or humanities. But in this new system, there are many changes. Firstly, the 5+3+3+4 system includes 5 is foundational stage, which will focus on multi-level play activity based learning. Second is preparatory stage, which will include class 3, 4 and 5, which will focus on play, discovery and activity based and interactive classroom learning. The third is middle stage, which include class 6, 7 and 8. They will focus on experimental learning in sciences, mathematics, arts, social sciences and humanities. The fourth is secondary stage, which include class 9, 10, 11 and 12. In this stage, multidisciplinary study, greater critical thinking, flexibility and student choice of subjects will be focused. School examination will be only taken in grade 3, 5 and 8, which will be conducted by an appropriate authority. These examinations would test achievements of basic learning outcomes through assessment of core concept and knowledge from the national and local curricula, along with relevant higher order skills and applications of knowledge in real life situation rather than the rote learning or rote memorization. A national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy will ensure basic skills at the class 3 level by 2025. Board exams will become more easier and they will be redesigned. Exams will test core competencies rather than rote learning facts, with all students allowed to take the exam twice a year. It is proposed to set up a National Assessment Center, PARAK, which stands for Performance Assessment, Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development, as a standard-setting body under Ministry of Human Resource Development that fulfills the basic objective of setting norms, standards and guidelines for student assessment and evaluation for all recognized school boards of India. The center will also advise school boards regarding new assessment patterns and latest researches, promote collaborations between school boards. It will also become an instrument for sharing of best practice among school boards and for ensuring equivalence of academic standards among learners. The National Testing Agency, that is NTA, will work to offer a high-quality common aptitude test as well as specialized common subject exams in the sciences, humanities, language, arts and vocational subjects at least twice every year. These exams shall test conceptual understanding and ability to apply knowledge and shall aim to eliminate the need for taking coaching for these exams. Students will be able to choose subjects for taking the test, and for each university will be able to see each student's individual subject portfolio and admit students into their program based on individual interest and talents. Next major change is mother tongue as medium of instruction. The National Education Policy only recommends, it does not make it compulsory, but only recommends the mother tongue as medium of instruction. It is well understood that young children learn and grasp non-trivial concepts more quickly in their home language or mother tongue. So, home language is usually the same language as the mother tongue or that which is spoken by local communities. Medium of instructions until at least class 5, but preferably till class 8 and beyond, will be the home language or mother tongue or local language or regional language. This will be followed by both public and private school. High quality textbooks, including in science, will be made available in home language or mother tongue. All efforts will be made early on to ensure that any gap that exists between the language spoken by the child and the medium of teaching are bridged. Teachers will be encouraged to use a bilingual approach, including bilingual teaching learning materials, which with those students whose home language may be different from the medium of instructions. All languages will be taught with high quality to all students. This shows that more language teachers will be hired by the schools in coming future. So this is a good news for teachers. Now, vocational studies in school level. By 2025, at least 50% of learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education. A 10-day bagless period, sometimes during grade 6 to 8, to intern with local vocational experts such as carpenters, gardeners, potters, artists, etc. Similar internship opportunities to learn vocational subjects to students throughout grades 6 to 12, including holiday periods. Vocational courses through online mode will also be made available. This is also one of the major change that is provided in National Education Policy 2020, that is, they will provide multi-exit options in undergraduate degree program. As we all know that undergraduate degree program are of 3 to 4 year duration, and many students are not able to complete the full course in one go due to some of the reasons. So under this National Education Policy, if a student completes 1 year of the undergraduate degree program, they will be given a certificate in that discipline. If they complete 2 years, they would be given diploma certificate. If complete 3 years, they would be given bachelor's degree, and this 3-year plus 1 year of the research project will be given bachelor's degree with research. Now, higher education related changes are the MPhil degree will be abolished. Higher Education Commission of India will be set up as a single overarching umbrella body for entire higher education, excluding medical and legal education. HECI to have 4 independent verticals. One is National Higher Education Regulatory Council, that is NHERC, for regulation. Second is General Education Council, that is GEC, for standard setting. Third is Higher Education Grant Council, HEGC, for funding, and National Accreditation Council for accreditation. College affiliation system to be phased out in 15 years so that every college develops into either an autonomous degree granting institutions or a constituent college of a university. A new and comprehensive national curriculum framework for teacher education, that is NCFTE 2021, will be formulated by NCTE in consultation with NCERT. By 2030, the minimum degree qualification for teaching will be a 4-year integrated B.Ed degree. Stringent actions will be taken against substandard stand-alone teacher education institutions. Multidisciplinary approach. Higher education institutions will move towards more holistic and multidisciplinary education with more arts and humanities. Students of arts and humanities will aim to learn more sciences and will make an effort to incorporate more vocational subjects and soft skills. Broad-based, flexible learning will be given more importance. Institutions offering single streams, that is IITs and IIMs, will be phased out, and all higher education institutions will focus on becoming multidisciplinary by 2030. One large multidisciplinary higher education institution in or near every district by 2030. Model public universities for holistic and multidisciplinary education at par with IITs and IIMs called MERUs, that is Multidisciplinary Education and Research Universities, will be set up and will aim to attain the highest global standard in quality education. The new academic sessions will begin in September-October. The delay is due to the unprecedented coronavirus disease outbreak, and the government aims to introduce the policy before the new session kicks in. So let's see when all these changes will be implemented. I hope the national education policy and its highlights and important changes are clear to you. I hope you like the video, so please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Study Hour, and if you have any doubt, do write in comment section below. Please turn on the bell notification to get the update of my new videos. Thank you for watching.